In my last episode, we took a look at the RE clones that had the innovative idea of survival horror. The ones that are the hidden gem of video game classic, while the others have innovative ideas but faded into obscurity. But there's one game in particular that I forgot to mention as an honorable mention, and that is Eternal Darkness: Sanity's Requiem. Eternal Darkness: Sanity's Requiem is a hack-and-slash psychological survival horror that was developed by Silicon Knights with collaboration with Nintendo that was released exclusively for the Nintendo GameCube. I remember seeing this on Cinematech, and if I remember this correctly, on X-Play on G4 Network many years ago. You know, back when you can actually find any other new upcoming games back then. I've heard that this game is actually good and has a very unique spin on the Cthulhu mythos, something that H.P. Lovecraft or Clive Barker would write. Considering they share the same writing style, that I'm very certain they can actually write this. As I said before, this is a hack-and-slash video game that has a magic cast system, either by solving puzzles or against enemies. Also, this game is known for mind-fucking the players. No, seriously, I am dead serious. There's even this one part where you're saving your game, and then all of a sudden the game decides to just delete the save file on its own. When I first saw that, I was like, what kind of sorcery is this shit? Overall, the game is good, it's just there's a lot of grounds to cover in its storyline, in its effects, everything else in particular. A little something to share before getting into Resident Evil 2 and 3. I must warn you though that the timeline is a bit complex between Resident Evils 2 and 3. They both take place 2 months after the Spencer's Mansion incident, to the month of September 1998, few days after the outbreak started in September 23rd. Like, I genuinely thought that September 22nd was the day that the outbreak started, but actually, it is the day that the water treatment plant somehow got contaminated, spreading throughout the entire town and turning all those people into zombies.
That's actually heavy to take in. Raccoon City has entered under martial law by September 24th, the day after the outbreak happened.
And then, 2 days later, all officers from the RPD have been deployed to the main street and dispatch any other undead coming towards them. Unfortunately for them, all officers of the RPD didn't survive from this onslaught of zombies that came closer to them. While at the same time, the Umbrella mercenaries are searching for any other survivors, but also eliminating the undead forces, much like the RPD. And much like the officers that are on the main street, all got slaughtered one by one. September 26th will be forever marked as Raccoon City became lawless after the outbreak. So now that we established the start of the outbreak, let us jumpstart with Resident Evil 2. A bit of a history lesson before going into Resident Evil 2's storyline, if you please. After Resident Evil's rise in popularity and its sales being successful, Shinji Ikami and his team decided to make another Resident Evil game, Resident Evil 2. However, there was a prototype that was made in 1997, but was scrapped and was remade yet again in 1998. The footages that you're seeing right now is the prototype that recently surfaced in February 2025. From what I've heard, 80% of the game is actually almost complete. And there were modders that are actually, of course, working on this. The reasons it got scrapped is mainly due to either Shinji Ikami or any other programmers who worked on this prototype doesn't have that dark, atmospheric gothic tone unlike the first game has. Plus it has that modern police station look to it, which is one of the reasons why they had to change it. It's actually quite good in my honest opinion, albeit all things have to change in order to actually fit in with the first one.
Resident Evil 2.
The opening intro gives us a brief history about the first game when STARS began the investigation on the bizarre murder case on the outskirts of town, only to discover that Umbrella were the ones behind it creating a T-virus. After discovering the truth, they triggered the self-destruct system and escaped from the Spencer's mansion, thinking the nightmare is over, but it is just the beginning.
Fast forward 2 months later, on September 29th, 1998, on St. Michael's Day, Claire Redfield and Leon S. Kennedy arrived in town, unaware that the outbreak started in September 23rd. Realizing that there are zombies in the town, they quickly decided to rush to the Raccoon City Police Department as a safe shelter. Let us first establish our character. Leon S. Kennedy, a rookie cop who got transferred to Raccoon City Police Department. Clara Redfield, a 19-year-old college student who went into town just to search for Chris Redfield, but hasn't been heard for 2 months. After exchanging information as to why they are in town, shit literally hit the fan.
You okay?
Still in one piece.
Hey! That maniac's gonna whip us! Run! Claire!
Leon!
I'm okay. Head to the station. I'll meet you there.
Okay.
The game begins with the zombies appearing around you, and this game does not fuck around. It doesn't even hold your hand knowing all the controls. Unless you're a Resident Evil expert that played the original and knows all the game mechanics, you would be screwed immediately at the beginning. After finding out the controls very quickly, we ran into Kendo's gun shop.
Freeze! Who are you? What are you doing here?
Don't shoot! I'm a human!
Ooh. Sorry about that, babe. I thought you were one of them.
What's going on in this town?
Hold on. I ain't got no clue, darling. By the time I noticed something was wrong, the entire city was infested with zombies.
And ladies and gentlemen, meet Robert Kendo, the owner of the Kendo gun shop. When I first played this, I thought he was the truck driver from the beginning, but it turns out that this is a different other character. A quick little fun fact that Robert Kendo was supposed to be a survivable NPC on the prototype version, but they scrapped it in for his death in Resident Evil 2. And good fucking god, this is brutal.
Let's talk about Claire Redfield for a moment. As we established, Claire Redfield is a 19-year-old college student who's looking for her brother Chris Redfield, one of the main protagonists from RE1 who hasn't been heard from for 2 months, which is the main reasons why she came to town in the first place.
Which is a lot fucking better than Welcome to Raccoon City. That horrible piece of shit film just fucking ruined it. After making our way through the alleyway and to the streets to the police station, let's talk about the graphics. They put in a lot more effort of details and environment than they did with Resident Evil 1, which is a big step up than its previous predecessor. Here's 2 fun facts about Claire Redfield moments before bitching about how horrible that movie was. Claire Redfield in the prototype version was named Elsa Walker before they changed her name to Claire Redfield and associated with Chris Redfield.
Why, you may ask? According to the director of Resident Evil, Shinji Mikami, he wanted to make the character Claire Redfield to be related to Chris Redfield from the previous game people recognized from the franchise of the series, which actually worked for Resident Evil 2 in its development in 1998.
Not to mention, of course, she's 1 year older than Rebecca Chambers. Yeah, if you have not seen my previous video, Rebecca Chambers is the youngest member of Bravo team who happens to be 18 years old. I just wanted to point that out just before any sickos get any bright ideas of searching Wesker's desk in Star's office.
Hang in there. Are you the only officer left in the building?
Who are you?
Claire Redfield. I'm looking for my brother Chris.
We lost contact with him over 10 days ago. Chris, Jill, Barry. Every last STARS team member has disappeared. We should have listened to them.
What happened?
About 2 months ago, there was this incident involving these zombie-like creatures in a mansion located in the outskirts of this city. Chris and the other STARS members discovered that Umbrella was behind everything, at the risk of their own lives, but no one believed them.
Are you okay?
Don't worry about me. Just rescue the survivors in the other rooms. Here, take this key card. You should be able to unlock the doors in the hall with this.
After getting the key card and unlocking the doors, we get information on what happened to the remaining STARS team. It turns out that each of them left town without Umbrella tailing them in Raccoon City, starting with Rebecca Chambers after discovering about a new virus that is in development somewhere in town. Barry Burton relocated his family to Canada after what happened in the Spencer's Mansion incident. And as for Chris Redfield, which is later explained in his journal, he's searching into Umbrella's European branch without Claire getting involved with Umbrella.
Which is one of the reasons why she was worried sick and came looking for him.
What in the Jolly Rancher fuck is that thing?
That is called a liquor. So not only this outbreak's been going on for 6 days, but somehow the zombies been mutated. There's even a file that tells the disturbing details about their transformation, with their skin being fallen off, their brain being exposed, no eyes, no nose, other than just its mouth. Even though it's blind, it can actually hear you, in terms of running or firing a weapon. After solving a quick puzzle in order to get the red gem, we make it to the STARS office.
We forgot to mention that the gameplay is the same, but a lot better than the original. The voice acting is better, inventory management is not a problem, but also showing characters' different walk cycle when taking damage, which is a big step up constantly looking at the inventory if you're taking damage.
Oh, absolutely, I agree. And in case anybody else ever points out about the costume or why there's a minigun in the inventory, it's only if you've beaten the game either one or twice in order to get those 2 items. After exploring the STARS office, we get a fax report from the fax machine. It turns out that Chris Redfield is one step ahead by contacting the FBI to do an investigation on the G-Virus, which was rumored, and also Chief Irons, who happens to be taking bribe money from Umbrella. Supposedly, of course, in the involvement with the Spencer's Mansion incident, no doubt. We also learned that Chief Irons got arrested on 2 separate accounts when he was in university, which I'm not going to even say here, but you could just read it on by yourself. To make a long story short, Chief Irons is a complete psychopath that will throw anybody else off trails on evidence.
Making our way back at the main hall of the police station, we get a key.
And much like the previous game, this too is also open-ended exploration. So if it's your idea of me exploring each and every other room by just getting a key critical item, well, chances are it's much of the same as like the original, so not much room to even explain really.
Going into the filing room and reading a police report that mentions C for plastic explosive, which is going to be important. Can we talk about a re-movie, sir? You mentioned you hate Welcome to Raccoon City from earlier ago. Can you explain that to me?
Yeah, sorry if I was bitching about it from earlier. I mean, they got everything else wrong in that movie. It's as if this was written and directed by Uwe Boll, who hasn't even seen the original source of the entire story before making that movie. If I wanted to watch a good Resident Evil movie, I recommend the one from 2002 and Resident Evil Apocalypse from 2004, starring Mila Jovovich. I really love her performance in the movie Fifth Element, which I considered this as a heavy metal live-action film. Not to get myself derailed there, but there's like 6 Resident Evil movies that I know of, but it's actually called Resident Evil Alice series, because that's the main protagonist's name throughout the majority of the entire film universe. Not to be confused with the video game universe.
Ah, I see. This is gonna be a what-if scenario, so bear with me. If you were in charge in making a Resident Evil movie, what exactly would you do?
Easy question. I follow the exact same source material that is actually in the game and not somebody else that just written the script for it. Though I have one person in mind that would possibly, of course, make a best character of either Jill Valentine or Claire Redfield. Either way, I have a lot of ideas and suggestions that would tie within the game's source material of its writing.
That's pretty ambitious, sir, but I can definitely see it play out.
Help me!
Ah, right. I forgot about Sherry Birkin. This part right here is going to be a major spoiler alert if you have not played Resident Evil 2, so you have been warned. The reasons why she's in the police station is because the neighborhood and streets that she lives in became too dangerous, which is the only reasons why she retreated here.
Leon!
Claire, you made it!
Yeah. Have you seen a little girl around here?
Yeah, you just missed her. Who is she?
I don't know. But it's too dangerous for her to stay here alone. Leon, I'll go look for her. You go and find us a way out of here.
Of course. But before I forget, here's a radio. That way we can keep in touch if something comes up.
After that little reunion, we go to the library and solve a puzzle to get a spark plug chess piece.
Sometimes it be the spark plug piece that is actually for Leon's scenario, but for Claire Redfield's scenario, it's the stone piece, which they're going to be important later in Chief Irons' office. So let me just debrief this as quickly as possible. There are only 3 stone tablets that are spread throughout the entire station in order to have access to Irons' secret elevator that is located in his office. And as for the spark plugs that's shaped like a chess piece, can only be found in Leon's scenario, which there are only like 4 of them, in order to unlock the bulkhead door that is in the sewers.
It harkens back to RE1 when finding the one of the 4 crests in order to have access to the back courtyard that leads a pathway into the guardhouse.
Yeah, like I said before, this is also open-ended exploration much like the original. Collect the key critical items and come back to the final door.
After collecting the supplies and mowing down zombies, there's a down helicopter that's on fire blocking the 2 doors. The door that leads to Chief Iron's office, and the other that leads to the storage room.
going through hallways and unlocking doors that we couldn't get through from earlier, we figure out a way how to put out the fire. Usually, Mr. X would show up as soon as you put out the fire on either Claire Redfield's scenario or Leon S. Kennedy's scenario. Either on scenario A or B, which I'm not even sure how that works.
After putting out the fire and about to go to storage, we hear a scream coming from the other side of that door to Iron's office.
It sounds like someone's in danger, but we couldn't get to the other side of that door because it's blocked off with the helicopter and the door is broken.
Sir, what about the C4 from earlier on the reports?
You know what? That might actually work. Good thinking. Going through the precinct and mowing down zombies that are actually in the evidence locker for some reason, we found the C4. But we need to find the detonator somewhere else within the precinct. After checking our inventory, we have a camera film that we could just develop here in the dark room. And it reveals that the humans are being experimented with the newly developed G virus that they were experimenting. And it seems that Rebecca Chambers is right that there is a newer development of the G virus that is here in town.
I sure like to know what is going on here. And how could a camera pic end up in the evidence locker? On that side note, who took this picture?
My theory is Ben from the News Courier. And for those who don't know who Ben is, he's a journalist that did an investigation on Chief Irons and Umbrella much more thorough than the FBI couldn't. He's only on Leon's scenario and got arrested by Chief Irons for doing investigation on him and the Umbrella.
Oh shit, we forgot Marvin from earlier ago.
Oh, fuck me, you're right. Let's check up on him, see how he's doing. Ah, shit. Sorry, Marvin. There, got the detonator. Let's blow that fucking wall up.
I hope that didn't scare the shit out of someone in there.
Yeah, for an explosion like that would have rocked somebody else out of their chairs. Well, speak of the devil, Chief Irons.
I'm terribly sorry. I thought you were another one of those zombies.
Are you Chief Irons?
Yes, that's me. And just who are you? No, don't bother telling me. It makes no difference. You'll end up just like all the others. That's the mayor's daughter. I was told to look after her, but I failed miserably. Just look at her. She was a true beauty. Her skin nothing short of perfection. But it will soon putrefy and she will turn into a zombie within the hour like all the others.
There must be some way to stop it.
In a manner of speaking, there is. Either by putting a bullet through her brain, or by decapitating her completely. And to think that taxidermy used to be my hobby. But no longer. Please, I'd really like to be alone now.
We all know that Brian Irons is a lying son of a bitch. He killed the mayor's daughter. Remember that letter that was in Starr's office that says that Chief Irons got arrested on 2 separate counts and that he got involved with Umbrella for 5 years?
It appears that Claire completely disregarded it from earlier ago when finding keys.
Yeah, that's probably what was happening, just to find keys in a major key hunt. And as for the mayor's daughter, she's the daughter of Michael Warren. the town mayor of Raccoon City, not to be confused with St. Michael's Day on the same time.
After finding Sherry and giving the story why she is here, we still need to find the stone tablets.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and skip ahead a bit. Finally, we got the stone piece. Oh, you son of a...
I do have a question, sir. Why is there a stone piece in the clock tower of the police station?
Maybe Chief Irons might have put it there, or the engineers that worked on this entire precinct when it was originally, of course, a museum. But I doubt very seriously if it has something to do with it.
Claire!
Sherry, you're okay.
I'm glad to see you're safe, Claire.
After hiking through Zombieland country, we get to see Chief Irons' journal. Sure enough from the FBI that he is indeed a psycho.
It genuinely doesn't surprise me, considering that we got the fax machine from the information from the FBI from earlier. After discovering his true intentions and unlocking this door that leads to the secret elevator, we discovered another letter that is addressed to Chief Irons. And sure enough, he is secretly getting money from Umbrella.
Help me!
What the fucking bloody hell is that thing? And did that thing choke Slam Irons with a parasite?
It appears that way, but it's also the same monster that Sherry was running from.
So you've made it this far. Not bad, girl. But I'm not letting anyone leave my town. Everyone's gonna die.
Calm down, Chief. What happened?
Shut up! You couldn't possibly understand what's happened. Those monsters from Umbrella have destroyed my beautiful town. How could they do that to me after everything I've done for them?
So it's true. You have been working with Umbrella. Then you must know about the G-Virus. What is it? Tell me!
If you must know, it's the agent that can turn humans into the ultimate bioweapons. Superior to the T-Virus in every way. Dr. William Birkin is the genius behind the project.
William Birkin.
I'm sure you've already seen his little girl running around here somewhere. Sherry, isn't it? In case you haven't already figured it out, The monster that's been tearing my precinct apart is yet another product of the G virus. An ultimate bioweapon. Umbrella must be trying to cover its tracks. But if I have to go, I'm going to take you with me.
My god, the parasite. It's eating him from the inside.
Can't take the pain!
Jesus motherfucking Christ!
Holy shit.
Somebody kill this fucking thing with fire. Holy fuck, what a worse way to die like that. I guess Shinji Mikami must have seen aliens. That fucking thing just popped out like a chest burster. I know that little shit is down here somewhere in this sewer. And, Rook, give me an analysis.
The parasite is mutating and evolving into its adult form. Sir, I urge you to fire that thing.
Noted when I'm come across these goddamn things. And good fucking lord, this thing is one ugly motherfucker. If this was your first time playing this, you're fucked if you don't have any ammo or weapons. So after killing that abomination and coming back to collect Sherry, we make our escape through the sewers. And spoiler alert, this is the point of no return, just like in the previous game.
Yeah, make sure you have ammo, health pickups, and weapons before adventuring down to the sewers.
So let us recap what we know so far. Sherry Birkin is the daughter of Annette and William Birkins, who happens to be Umbrella scientist that's been working on a biological weapon that happens to be creating a newer virus known as the G virus. A virus that was supposed to be surpassing the T virus that Oswald E. Spencer was working on. And Sherry Birkin, a little girl, has no idea that her parents were making a biological weapon under the very noses of the United States. After navigating through Chief Irons' makeshift dungeon, which is underneath his office, and navigating through the tunnel, we make it into the sewers. And this is the part we finally get to see the creature that infected Irons.
Jesus Christ, he looks like moldy bread. So that's the thing that infected Irons, huh? That thing doesn't even look human anymore.
And the fucked up part is that that thing is William Birkins.
Excuse me, what? That monster is William. How the hell did he turn into that G-virus monster?
Yeah, it's gonna be complicated, so allow me to explain. Remember how I said that the September 23rd is the day that the outbreak had started? Well, on September 22nd, when the rats had infected the water treatment plant, William Birkins was bummed that he didn't even got the promotion, so instead, he was planning on being defective into the military's own services by seeking witness protection after he created the G-virus by handing them over to the military. Now, I'm not for sure if it has something to do with Oswald E. Spencer caught wind of this, or one of the Umbrella's mere operatives that are actually stationed at the nest send out the Umbrella Security Task Force just to actually, of course, apprehend him, and also collecting the G-virus sample, he created it. He refused to hand over to the Umbrella's security team, and had no choice but to open fire as soon as retaliation was met. In his final moments among the living, just before he was about to die, he injected himself with the G-virus, hoping that it would heal all wounds. But in the nasty side effects, he began to mutate. Well, to make a long story short, he killed all the security team that stole his virus, but as a result of it, he was the one who is responsible for creating the outbreak in the first place, by smashing all T-virus vials.
You were telling me William was the one that started it all?
In a way, yes. But you gotta have to remember that there were strange monster sightings outside of town, so it was already been doomed from the very start. So after playing this little section and collecting the medallion, we get dumped in.
Jesus, that poor girl took a nasty fall. Oh no, don't tell me.
Yep.
That sick son of a bitch.
So after that uncomfortable type of shit, we gotta go and rescue Sherry.
Who are you? Oh, I see. Another spy sent by Umbrella, right? Let me guess. You're here to steal my husband's G-Virus, aren't you? You are tenacious, I'll give you that.
Husband? Then you must be Annette. Sherry's mother?
What?
Sherry's wandering around alone in the sewers. You have to help me find her.
That's impossible. I told her to go to the police station. What's she doing here? William will be after her.
William?
That's right. The creature that's been causing all this destruction is none other than my own husband.
Time for a backstory time, ladies and gentlemen.
This way.
It's sheer perfection. My precious G-Virus. No one will ever take you away from me.
There he is.
So you finally come.
Doctor, we're here to collect the G-Virus sample.
Sorry, but I won't just hand over my life's work.
Stop! You might hit the sample. That's it, all right. Okay, let's move out.
William! Oh my! Hold on, darling. I'm taking care of that bullet wound first. Stay here.
Alpha team, have you retrieved the sample yet?
Affirmative. We'll be at the rendezvous point in 1 minute.
Roger.
Are you telling me that he injected the G-Virus into his own body?
The G-Virus has the ability to revitalize cellular functions.
What was that? Something's wrong. Let's check it out. Over there! Shoot it! Eat this, you freak! The guns aren't stopping it! What is this thing? Hurry! What is this thing? Fire! Fire! You son of a...
So those rats were the carriers of the virus?
As a result of his virus-induced transmutation, William should have lost any prior memories he had as a human by now. I tried to save him, but I'm afraid it's already too late.
But...
And that's not even the entire story. Every G-Virus bioweapon, including William, has the ability to implant embryos into other life forms. That's why he's after Sherry.
What are you trying to say?
The bodies of individuals with non-related genetic coding are likely to reject the embryo, but since Sherry is his daughter, that possibility is non-existent. It's an inherent survival instinct.
It's Sherry! You go that way.
Sherry is now becoming an infected host, but there is no telling how long she'll last. When I first heard this, it was both fucked up and life-threatening that there's no telling if she's going to mutate, just like William. After wandering around aimlessly, we finally found Sherry. Time to save her. Let's just go through this and... Holy fucking shit!
Holy fucking shit. Kill it. Kill it now.
Come and get us, Lizard Breath! Lights out, bitch!
Good kill, sir. Now let's save her and see if there's a cure for her.
After collecting Sherry, she complains about her stomach hurting, which means she's already infected. We need to get to the Umbrella Nest, ASAP. After going through the sewers, we take the monorail ride across the cavern, take a series of tunnels, and then take the elevator down to the nest. Remember William from earlier? Well, apparently he's not done with us. Yes, that's right. This motherfucker is still mutating. I wonder how many vials of G-Virus that this motherfucker just consumed in order to mutate like that. This boss arena is narrow as shit, and you better hope you have a lot of ammunition and also a grenade launcher in order to win this fight. Or else you're never going nowhere. After dancing death with this ugly motherfucker, we finally made it to the nest.
Here is just exploring the entire nest facility while finding parts in order to make a vaccine. Not much to explain really, other than there's plants like zombies, lickers, and regular zombies.
Annette!
You killed William. I'll never forgive you for that.
Wait!
I've just prepared a sample of the G-Virus. And this time, no one will take it from me. This is the most significant piece of research my husband has ever left in my hands.
Stop it! Sherry's in serious trouble. William implanted her with his embryos. There's no telling when they'll pupate. And if that happens, then Sherry won't...
What? William... William, you're alive. William is still alive. He's getting stronger with each skin he casts off. Sherry!
Tell me what I need to know. How can I save Sherry?
I have detailed information. Everything you need to know to prepare the antidote is right here. Save my daughter. And tell her I'm sorry I wasn't a better mother. Tell her I love her. Sherry.
Annette!
The self-destruct sequence has been activated. Repeat, the self-destruct sequence has been activated. This sequence may not be aborted. All employees proceed to the emergency car at the bottom platform.
Leon, you made it!
Claire, is that you? Where are you?
I can see you on the monitor. But never mind that right now. Leon, you have to go back and get Sherry for me. I left her in the security office. Please, you must save her.
Wait a second. What are you gonna do? Where are you going?
I still have a few loose ends to take care of. I'm counting on you.
And once we do make the cure, it causes a self-destruct and have to escape.
gotta be fucking kidding.
Apparently, William is not done with us. Let's show this ugly bastard how we do things.
You gotta be fucking kidding.
Oh, it's on, motherfucker. And stay down! Let's quickly get the fuck out of here. At last, we made it to the escape tram. Oh shit.
Sherry!
Stay down! Sherry's unconscious.
I have the antidote. If I give it to her.
The entire ending is long, so TLDR, we finally give her the cure, but we also have her made it out of the nest and our escape. Or is it? Yeah, I forgot to mention that if you play Scenario B, you get to play as Leon S. Kennedy from his perspective view in the events. It's much of the same with Claire Redfield. The only difference is that he gets to the police station very earlier before Claire Redfield shows up. Not to mention, the cutscenes are new. That wasn't even in Claire Redfield's scenario.
Get off me! Stay back! Don't come any closer! Stay back!
God damn, there's a lot of depth that's in Resident Evil 2 than its original predecessor. The enemies are still the same as like Claire Redfield's scenario, until they introduce the new enemy known as Mr. X. He's one of the sleeker versions of the Tyrant prototypes. See, 2 months ago, it was already established that the Tyrant can't be controlled, but with this newer version, they have a self-regulators that was built within the jacket that they are wearing, preventing them from further mutating, but also self-control of these units. And yes, there are multiple of them that got cloned from the Tyrant prototype, but it'd also be the base creation for Nemesis in Resident Evil 3. The key hunt is still the same as like Claire Redfield's scenario. The only major difference is that you have to collect all the chess piece plugs in order to open the bulkhead that is in the sewer. Remember how I mentioned it from earlier? Well, there you go. In Claire Redfield, we get Sherry Birkin, but in Leon S. Kennedy's scenario, we get Ada Wong, a spy operative who's working for Umbrella. She was also sent in, just like the Umbrella's security team, in order to collect the G-Virus samples. And then there's Ben, a journalist who works at the Raccoon City News Courier, who happens to be, of course, stumbling upon a huge conspiracy about Chief Irons taking bribe money from Umbrella. So not only Chris Redfield contacted the FBI to do an investigation on Chief Irons and also the bribe money of where it's coming from, he also tipped it off to Ben, the News Courier journalist, to do an investigation on Umbrella. And like Chief Irons, he also has the worst death too.
still hear me? Come on, answer! Damn! I don't believe this. I almost got the story. Ben. Bitter irony. The chief of police, a co-conspirator. Get that scum. Make him pay. Hang in there, Ben.
What I think was supposed to happen is that you're supposed to play as Leon S. Kennedy on a scenario, and then Ben gets this chestburster, just like Chief Irons. However, if you play Claire Redfield in scenario B, Chief Irons gets dragged away by William in the sewer and just killed him off screen. There's really not much going on here, other than there's like 2 final bosses. The first final boss fight is Mr. X, only now he's finally mutated into his true form after he fell into the lava. I don't exactly know what it is with Mr. X, other than he's much more dangerous than the Tyrant prototype. In like the original, we get a rocket launcher and blow his ass to sky high.
Game over.
See, this is only after Quakes' jibbing effects. The ending is much of the same, only now we have an unidentified hostile on board. So who exactly is it?
Gotta be fucking kidding.
Why won't he just die right?
Yeah, that's right. That thing is William again. Only this time he's a huge slug with a huge face. At least that's what my first initial thought, but now looking at it yet again, he's just nothing but a huge face with a butthole for a mouth. Time to kill this son of a bitch yet again. He looks like a derp fish. Holy shit. Oh. Anywho, I figure he might be the final encounter before proceeding to the ending, but nope, just another false security. So even though we defeated William the final time, the self-destruction timer is still continuing. Realizing the situation that all the doors are locked, William is still pursuing. Man, you think the Magnum round would just put that thing down for good this time. After William destroyed every single last compartment just trying to get to the front of the train, Sherry discovers a way to get into the cockpit and stops the train with the assist of Leon just pointing out which button. With the train coming to a screeching halt, William is still pursuing, realizing that the train will explode at any minute and decides to make a run for it. And with that, they finally escape out of Raccoon City into the very morning of September 30th. I heard that you get to play as Honk on the bonus game, which take place on the same day on the 30th.
Hey, it's up to us to take out Umbrella.
So there you have Resident Evil 2, and I gotta have to say there's a lot more details and a lot more varieties of what was going on versus its original predecessor. Plus, this is a huge game with scenario A and B intertwining with each other, which adds the replay value even higher. Okay, this part, however, I'm not even sure if this is true or not, but here goes. After the successful sale of Resident Evil 2 in 1998, Sony asked Capcom to make another sequel in 1999, which is Resident Evil 3, making it the third and final in the PlayStation trilogy. I remember seeing this in my uncle's library, and I have a lot more fun memories with it playing it on my PlayStation 2, and then very recently on the PlayStation 5. The gameplay is still the same, just like Resident Evil 2 and the original. However, they introduce a new feature, creating your own ammo. See, what it does is that it takes any other gunpowder that you find out in the wilderness and turn them into ammunition, such as like handguns, shotgun shells, even including, of course, magnum rounds and grenade launcher rounds. It explains it here in the red manual of what gunpowder parts to combine in order to make an ammunition. For example, gunpowder A can actually make it into a handgun bullets. But if you combine 2 of the gunpowders into one, it makes a large number of handgun bullets. Same thing with gunpowder B if you're making into shotgun shells. But if you combine gunpowder A and B, it turns into gunpowder C for magnum rounds. I don't exactly know how the grenade launcher rounds work, but if I had to take an educated guess, it only involves of combining 2 of the C gunpowder in order to make the grenade launcher round. And as for the 3 other variants of the grenade launcher round, that's only explained in the game manual. The game itself is incredibly short, but is not as long as like Resident Evil 2. The story involves is that you're playing as Jill Valentine that has to escape out of Raccoon City for good this time. Why the hell is she still in town and not left just like the other 3 that I mentioned earlier from the beginning? Well, it's because the Umbrella Corporation sent out spies just to spy on her in town. To avoid raising suspicion for Umbrella, she wanted to wait and leave town at the end of September, just so that she can join with the rest of the 3. Well, her plans got fucked. Because now, Raccoon City is under quarantine ever since the outbreak started on September 23rd. Martial law was introduced a day later in September 24th, and it gotten so bad that all officers were deployed on the main street on September 26th, dispatching any other undead. Unfortunately for them, there were too many, and they were all wiped out, making it the day that Raccoon City became lawless. While at the same time, the Umbrella Countermeasure Force, otherwise known as the UCMF, were deployed in order to rescue any other VIP or civilians out of town. Michael Warren, the town mayor of Raccoon City, was one of the first to escape out of town before it escalated. But that also means that he left his daughter behind and died by the hands of Chief Irons. I don't think Mayor Michael Warren knows about Chief Irons' criminal history, but for him to just left his daughter in the hands of Chief Irons, a psychopath, is just raised questionable. But I digress. The UCMF were also wiped out just like the officers in the main street, making it also, of course, rescue impossible. Let me remind you that this game does not fuck around. Holy shit, this is brutal. You're immediately thrust into the game and don't have time to figure out the controls and have to escape. It's like tough shit, there's a zombie that's immediately coming after you. Oh shit. Okay, come on, bust that fucking door down! Yeah, the city has gone total hell. I was told that this little section right here takes place on day 27th before going into day 28. She even explains the next following day.
September 28th, daylight. The monsters have overtaken the city. Somehow, I'm still alive. Okay,
According to the lore, from what I've heard, is that she fled from her burning apartment and spent the night in the warehouse, which was September 27th. The next following morning, on September 28th, she tries to figure out how to get out of the city. Dario Rosso, the survivor that Jill Valentine found, doesn't want to leave out of the warehouse after losing his daughter and wife, resulting in fled to the container and locking himself in.
Told you! I'm not leaving! Never! Just get away from me.
I can definitely sympathize with Dario Rosso for losing a wife and daughter in the process of this whole chaos. But for him to lock himself in the container really does show fear and grief of losing his family and afraid of dying from these zombies. It really does show Dario Rosso's character for who he is in the apocalypse.
After finding the key in the office, it's time to make our way through town.
Seeing the alleyway all cluttered and dirty makes me think this was like this either before or after the outbreak. According to the geographical location of Raccoon City, this is supposed to be a Midwestern town, yet the archetype looks more like Chicago than anything else.
At first we thought that it looked like New York based on the architecture, but after the analysis, it looks more Chicago than New York.
After dispatching the zombies coming out of the basement closet of some sort, we get the lighter fluid, but we also get our shotgun. Upon exiting out of the alleyway, we have a look around, and sure enough, it looks more like Chicago than just New York.
Some of the roads are barricaded after the outbreak due to car pileup, police barriers, and a shit ton of trash, making it impossible to cross through.
Yeah, it also makes the escape even impossible. Upon entering the alleyway, we hear gunshot. Hold it. That's Brad Vicker.
It appears that way, yes.
What the hell is he still doing here in Raccoon City? I thought he just left town with the rest of the others.
He also got surveillance, like Jill did by Umbrella. Though sadly, he's not part of the group like the four of them.
So in other words, he's just a lost cause. Which it certainly explains why he's in Resident Evil 2. Upon entering, we see Brad Vicker getting attacked by a zombie, which doesn't seem to look good after surviving this long.
Get away!
After running across the bar, we pick up the lighter, but we also see Brad Vicker almost about to be exhausted from the fight.
Brad, hang in there. Why isn't someone doing something about this?
I didn't know you were still alive, Jill. The police aren't trained for this kind of situation. What could they do? Listen, he's coming for us. We're both gonna die.
What are you saying?
You'll see. He's after STARS members. There's no escape.
I'm sorry, what's coming after them, and whose is he referring to?
Oh, you'll see soon enough. After picking up the lighter and the lighter fluid, we burn this rope and going through another alleyway, making our way to the police station where she works at.
Jill!
Brad!
We've gotta...
Jesus Christ, what the hell is that thing?
That is Nemesis. He was built by Umbrella to eliminate all STARS members that knows too much about the Spencer's Mansion incident. But he's also extremely dangerous than Mr. X. And he also talks. This is where the game introduces the two options of do or die situation. What I find it odd in this little section is that you could just knife him and he doesn't seem to come after you with his huge attacks. It's as if there's an invisible barrier between him, or, my personal favorite, it's mainly due to the scale of how huge he is. that he can't seem to get around the corner. I mean, you can shoot Nemesis, but he'll be incapacitated for a short time before getting back up. Picking up Brad Vickers' card is going to save you a lot of backtracking, which I'll explain later. After you defeat Nemesis, he drops a weapons part that's only available on the hard difficulty. It adds the gameplay even more interesting and risk-rewarding if you're just trying to defeat Nemesis on the hardest difficulty. The easy difficulty doesn't even count. Remember the STARS ID card I mentioned earlier? Well, it is used to actually, of course, get the password of just getting that key that's in the evidence locker. The layout of the police station is still the same, just like in Resident Evil 2, only now some of the doors are just boarded up, and this takes place on September 28th, just a day before the September 29th of St. Michael's Day, before Leon and Claire arrived in town. I really do like the touch of the continuity from the previous game entering into the sequel, but it also shows the STARS office being unlocked, which is a very unique touch as to how they got in. And before any smartass says anything else, no, you cannot get Rebecca's picture from Wesker's desk, which thank God they removed it. I tried multiple times searching that desk and I didn't even get anything else from it. It's as if the developers just removed it and knew exactly what we were expecting.
Before leaving the office, after getting the lockpick, we get radio transmission coming from downtown. The signal is weak, but he's from the UCMF judging from the radio garbage mess.
It sounds like he's in trouble. Let's hurry and find him.
Sounds like someone's breaking in. You got to be fucking kidding me. A rocket launcher.
Yeah, this guy is really dangerous and he doesn't fuck around. Either you choose to defeat him or run away from him is highly up to you. In terms of risk rewarding of just getting the weapons parts. After exiting out of the police station, we head to another alleyway we picklock. I'm just gonna go ahead and skip it because this whole entire section is going to be one big of a backtrack. I really don't mind about the 3D rendered visuals of the ruined city and car pileups, but it gets super tiring once you backtrack through Zombieland. I'll explain it in just a little bit, but now we need to get to the storyline. After going through downtown, we make it into the grill bar of some kind. To me, it kind of looks like an Italian restaurant, but I can't even tell by its decor. After opening up the hatch with a fish hook, we meet up with Carlos.
What's that? Calm down, lady. I'm no zombie. My name's Carlos, Corporal of Umbrella's Biohazard Countermeasure Force. What's your name?
Jill, did you just say you belong to Umbrella's army?
Yeah, we came all the way out here to save you civilians, but the mission went bad the minute we landed.
How did he find me?
This motherfucker is relentless.
No shit.
Over here!
Are you crazy? You could have barbecued both of us!
Well, it seemed to not be clean and tidy anymore.
Wait, I have to ask you something.
I know. You want to ask me out? All the foxy ladies love my accent. It drives them crazy.
What? Keep dreaming. Tell me, why did Umbrella send your team in?
We're here to rescue the civilians.
Don't lie to me. Umbrella is the reason why this whole mess began.
Look, we're just mercenaries, hired hands. Do you really think the master would tell his dogs why they have to retrieve the stick he just threw? If you want answers, you should talk to someone else. I am not with Umbrella. We'll have to finish this later. Believe it or not, we're only here to rescue the civilians. If you can trust me, then help us. Think about it!
So after that explosion, the thing shrugs it off like nothing.
Which is one of the reasons why he is that dangerous. The weird part about Nemesis is that he doesn't even go into the safe room that you go into. Like he's out there just waiting for you. There's even this glitch that players found out that if you go right next to the door with Nemesis nearby, they go through the door and he doesn't even follow you into the next area. My only theory is that Nemesis can only enter the room when there's not a fixed camera over the door of where you entered in from. Like he doesn't have an animation of entering the room, just only entering the room off camera. That's basically what is happening here, though I don't really know for sure. After finding the gem and just putting it back on the time clock piece, it's time to go through the Raccoon City Hall. Just a little quick rundown of where the gems are. The blue gem is only found in the Raccoon City Police Department in the evidence locker, while the green gem, on the other hand, can randomly either be found at the newspaper building, the restaurant, or somewhere in the parking area. I think it has something to do with the random number generator, but I can't for the life of me know exactly how that works. Perhaps maybe the options or the choices you make within the gameplay itself, but I digress. After going through yet another alleyway, we get to the cable car. And this is where it becomes a massive backtracking.
This control panel right here, you need power cables, gas with added fuel additives, and fuses in order to get the cable car operational.
What it is that it's a massive collectathon in order to actually exit through the door. Instead, it's a cable car that leads to St. Michael's clock tower for the evac point. So now it's a matter of collecting the parts in order to escape. Cutting through the park and taking to the right, it takes you to the gas station where you're gonna need the gas for the cable car. The problem with this one is that there's not enough gas in order to fill up the cable car. Time to get the fuck out.
Holy fucking shit, that's a massive explosion. Did the gas station have nitro fucking glycerin or something caused Jesus my dude?
When the city has gone to hell like this, it's a matter of escaping. Back at the Raccoon City Municipal, you could just go through this door that the zombies just bust through and have to replace the book with a compass. It's pretty much located in the plaza right next to the restaurant from where you came out from. Just so that way you could just get the battery in order to operate the lift towards the power station. The lift is located in the construction yard around the corner up the stairs. And like I said, this is a massive backtracking and a massive Easter egg hunt just to collect all the parts in order to fix the cable car. What I find it odd is that you can find the grenade launcher in one of the lockers in the power station. You can actually, of course, find it in Star's office back at the police station, but that's only on the easy difficulty. On hard difficulty, it's in the power station. This part right here is too awesome to ignore.
Oh god, what an amazing firework display. We got the fuse, and now have to head back to the start where we need the fire hose to put out the fire in order to get the fuel additive from the Umbrella office building.
The office building in question is in a ghetto-ass area where the fire is being blocked off. The roads that leads into the office building is blocked off with trash, probably after the outbreak. After solving the puzzle just to get into the storeroom, we get the fuel additive.
Oh shit. Where did they come from?
Relax, man. I got this unlocked. What I really like about Resident Evil 3 is the environmental kills that you can actually, of course, shoot off a pipe and they'll die immediately. Same thing with explosive barrels and electrical panels. Now that we got the parts, we can hike back to the cable car. I mean, we could check on Dario Rosso back at the warehouse, which is just optional if you just wanted to check in on him. Oh, it's you again. Let's get the fuck out of here. Finally, we made it to the cable car. Let's put all our parts in and head to St. Michael's Clock Tower.
It's looking good.
Can this motherfucker ever give up?
Kidding.
Mikhail!
Jill! Get out of the cable car, now!
Mikhail, wait, don't!
Get out of here! Hurry!
Mikhail.
brakes are out!
Your sir, what should we do?
It's useless.
Wait, what are you? Holy fuck. Jesus Christ, sir. A little warning next time.
Yeah, well, there wasn't enough time for the impact to just happen. But look, we're near the St. Michael's clock tower, and our evac point is nearly at our grasp. After finding our way inside the St. Michael's clock tower and solving puzzles, we gotta figure out a way how to signal the chopper. According to the memo, it mentions about sending out a chime of the tower itself. Now that we found the gears, let's signal the chopper.
We're saved. Down here! It's finally over. Huh?
Son of a bitch.
Yeah, that's right. He doesn't want us to leave that easy. Our escape plan is fucked.
No!
Oh, it's on, asshole! After that skirmish with Nemesis, Jill is infected. Nemesis made physical contact with Jill Valentine by infecting her with the parasite after blowing up the chopper. Here's Carlos coming to the rescue. So now it is a race of just finding the cure for this infection that she is contained with. The weird part is that the hospital that Carlos is heading towards is near St. Michael's clock tower, just a short distance of a walk. After exploring the hospital and encountering new mutants, which are the Hunter Betas, which are the different variants of the Hunter Alphas, we found a way to make the cure and have to make our way back to St. Michael's clock tower. Ah shit, the whole place is going to blow. It looks like someone out there doesn't want us to get that cure that easy. Anyway, we got the cure. Let's go save her.
You gotta be fucking kidding.
Why won't he just die already?
Hey man, he's just built like a goddamn tank. After incapacitating Nemesis for the 10th time, we rush to the chapel.
We barely made it. How do you feel?
I'm okay. What happened to you?
I just fought with that monster. I've got some bad news. Nikolai's still alive.
But I thought he was dead.
That guy doesn't know the meaning of the word dead.
What is he after?
I don't know. All I know is that he is our enemy. I'm sorry, Jill, but there's something I gotta take care of. I promise I'll meet up with you later. But don't worry.
So just to recap, our escape is pretty much fucked ever since Nemesis just blew it up. Nikolai is still out there somewhere just plotting his next move of just sabotaging and making his escape. So now we need to find an alternate escape route and fast.
Oh, come on!
He's even worse than Mr. X type of level.
After dealing with Nemesis yet again, we went into the Raccoon City Park. And this, of course, is another backtracking, so I'm just gonna skip this. We drained this water fountain just to go into the sewers, which we end up into the Raccoon City graveyard for some reason. Just so that way we could just go into this little shack just to get the key in order to unlock the gate back at the park. After encountering Nikolai and that new mutant, we finally get to the other side of that fence.
You shitting me? Okay, now I see why you like this game. Allow me to finish this review for you, sir. After jumping off the bridge away from Nemesis, we finally got into the hydro plant facility, and this a last exploration before fighting Nemesis. My god, he's one ugly motherfucker. Let us finish him. He's finally dead this time. Right? Shit.
Hey, you know what? Let me just take care of this. You don't have to worry about it, man. After we just already collect the card, we have to make it our way to the heliport. Okay, that son of a bitch got what's coming to him. Guess we'll have to find another way to get the fuck out of here. Oh, how I waited for this moment. Let's annihilate this motherfucker once and for all.
Executing quick charge program. Preparing system. Fire. Warning. System overheating. Entering cooldown mode.
I knew this bastard ain't giving up that easy. Finally, we have finally killed this bastard. Now let's get the fuck out of here. At last, we finally escape. As soon as we are escaping out of the city, we see a nuke heading towards Raccoon City. October 1st will be forever marked as Raccoon City's Judgment Day.
And now we have a rather unfortunate turn of events. It seems that the President and the Federal Council have passed judgment over the civilians of Raccoon City. The President and Federal Council have ruled that the Bacillus Terminate operation is the best course of action for this extreme situation, and have since executed. Based on that fact, Raccoon City has been literally wiped off the map. Current reports have the death toll surpassing the 100,000 mark. Our hearts go out to those poor civilians of Raccoon City.
But this also marks the end for Umbrella after they were exposed. So there you have Resident Evil 3 Nemesis. It was a classic game I remember ever since I played it on the PlayStation 2 and very recently. Even though it's incredibly short, but it's one of those games that I have fond memories of. I'll still be talking more about the sequels and its spin-offs later down the road, but I just want to share the moment of what I remember from Resident Evil 3. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you in the next episode.
And it's time to say goodbye to all of you. But I'll be seeing you again very soon. Goodbye.